Hi, I'm Bebe.
And I'm Stephen.
And we are Just Another Knitting Podcast. Welcome to anyone who's new, and welcome back to our regulars. We're glad to have you. As usual, we're just going to
we're
jump right in.
We're up to episode number 42.
Okay, meaning of life and all that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was going to say the meaning of knitting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the meaning of knitting, universe and everything.
Yeah, 42 is not bad for considering we were just kind of like giving it a go. You took some convincing to even start.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it kind of was just like, let me film a 20 and everything I knit in 2024, and then it turned into this whole other thing.
Yeah, in a couple of months we'll be hitting episode 50. So.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Anywho, let's just jump in.
Yes, now let's crack on.
What are you wearing?
Right, today I am wearing Carver, again, by Julie Hoover.
Yeah, that is a regular. You do like wearing that one.
It is. It's actually kind of a heavyweight knit that doesn't actually get too warm. So.
Do you think that's because of the cables? Like cables do, because they have holes in them?
Yeah, it could be. It's quite a, I guess it's quite a loose knit. So.
Oh yeah, it's like a looser weave. It's not super tight.
It is, and also the Rebel Light. It's knit in 2 strands of Rebel Light, which I always feel it's almost like an insulation. So if it keeps the heat in, but it also keeps the heat out as well. So weirdly. I know, it's just my philosophy on wearing knits when it's really hot.
I mean, it's my philosophy too to do that, but people always give me side eye for doing it.
Yeah, so no, I think that by wearing this on a warm day, usually the temperature on the inside sort of stays fairly constant. But anyway, enough about that. More about the garment, which I won't go into too much because I've obviously already talked about it in previous episodes, but it's knit by Julie Hoover. It's a top-down...
Patterns by Julie Hoover. It's knit by you.
Oh, yeah, no, it's true. I did knit it.
Imagine if she knit your garment for you. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I was just... I'm glad
You're just actually trying to talk about the pattern,
yes.
So please do that.
And honestly, it was good you interrupted me because I was about to say it's a top-down raglan, but it's actually not.
It was a bottom-up.
It was a bottom-up
raglan,
so it's a little bit unusual. It's knit with a all over seed stitch with cables. The pattern was fairly precise, and I knitted off a chart, and what was the second garment I ever knit, as I think I've said before, but I did have to wing it a bit in here because inside the cables where it met, the pattern, it wasn't consistent with regards to what was a knit and what was a purl, and I was being meticulous to the pattern. So I think if I was going to knit this or something similar again, I'd be much more relaxed about the garment, just knitting the garment rather than knitting it to exact stitch by stitch perfection to the chart. So the other thing about this is it's marled, so it's 2 strands of Outlaw yarns Rebel Light, and it's marled together. And probably the best example of the marling you can kind of see in the cables.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I don't think you can do. Why can't you just put it?
I could just do that.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're such a strange person.
I do odd things from time to time. Well, there we go. So there we go. So you can kind of get a good view of the 2 colours there. There's a sort of a turquoise, dark turquoise blue with a light blue in there as well.
Or if you're me, green and green.
Yeah, okay. We've had the green-blue discussion before.
Multiple times.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It's the effect of the seed stitch gives it a good texture with shade.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. Sorry to interrupt you again.
That's right.
But when you pull it apart, it looks like a weave. Like it looks like it's woven. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's just seed stitch. So.
I've never knit anything with seed stitch. I was put off by Emily, our friend who knit a scarf and seed stitch.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't the most relaxing of knits. It's not like stockinette where you can just go round and round and round. You're always knitting into almost like the wrong side of the stitch. So, knitting into a purl and purling into a knit.
You have to actually catch the stitch every time.
Yeah, you've got to concentrate on where you put the needle, at least when you throw. I'm not sure about continental knitting seed stitch, but I can't imagine that would be any nicer with trying to do continental purls. But then I'm not very experienced with that. Anyway.
So there is a reason you're wearing this, and it will come up later.
There is. I will refer back to this later on anyway. So, yeah.
And I'm wearing the Cumulus T O-neck, which is, ta-da, also my finished object. So this is by Petite Knit, and the yarn is Sandnes Garn Sunday in a Petite Knit colour, which is very bright. I think we've concluded it's more saturated on the camera than it is in real life, but it is very bright still. But it's not as dark in real life. It looks darker.
Yeah, there's
orange.
a few people we know that have seen it both on the podcast and in real life.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Deborah.
Yeah. Hi, Squirrel. And pretty much it's universally agreed that the camera sort of flares the colour out a little bit.
So it's not as dark and bright. Anyway, but it's finished. So I kind of went hard on this last time I had about that much to go of the bottom and then into the ribbing. And so, I managed to finish that and then both sleeves in the last 2 weeks, which was a bit of an undertaking. Like, I kind of feel like once I get to the sleeves, I'm like, great, this won't take long, and normally they don't. I can usually knit a sleeve in a sitting if I have like a day, like a decent chunk of 4 or 5 hours. But these took, there was complaining.
Yeah. Well, what size needle?
Yeah,
did
so
you knit them
a
on?
4mm needle was a bit of an undertaking.
Was it 4mm?
3mm, sorry.
3mm needle, that sounds better.
Yeah.
I'm just looking, there's an awful lot of stitches on there.
There are an awful lot of stitches.
And now it's blocked too. The stockinette is very even.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very
I
even.
I can just see all the flaws, like I can see all the uneven stitches.
Yeah, well, from about a half a foot distance, you possibly can, but move it out to a foot, and and it's looking very even and very smooth. So.
And you'll see some B-roll. I'll do some B-roll, but if you haven't already. But I'm really happy with the fit. Like, I wanted it to be a more fitted garment. I knit it probably a size smaller than I normally would. I didn't gauge swatch. I still don't know what my gauge is. I will check it so that, and I'll put it in the show notes. Because I kind of need to know for my Ravelry. Unlike Stephen, I do keep my Ravelry up to date.
I did give it a little bit of a spruce up, but heavy emphasis on the little.
Yeah.
It's still short a few photos.
But I'm pretty happy with the precision with which I can now knit the sleeve length that I want without checking my gauge. I didn't do a gauge swatch. I didn't know what it would block out like. I felt pretty happy there. I wanted it to be bracelet length sleeves, and that's exactly what I got. Like, it's a lighter weight garment, and I quite like a lighter weight garment being a bit like being here rather than here, like a less kind of cozy and more fitted. And
you'd not knit with that yarn before either, is that right?
No, I haven't. But it's merino, like.
Yeah, I know, but did it grow any in the block, or?
A little bit, but not too much. I blocked it outward because it is quite tight, and I didn't want it to grow lengthways. I'm pretty happy with the length. So I got about 6 to 8 centimetres on blocking at a weight. Like, I stretch it out and I measure it, and then it shrinks back up again when I...
Yeah, it's that shrinkage afterwards too.
Yeah, once it dries again. Yeah.
I rely on that.
Well, yeah, I do too. And I can pin block it if I'm concerned, and I have done that before. Anyway, so I'm really happy with the fit. It fits the niche in my wardrobe that I needed it to perfectly, which is on a warm day when I'm going to work and I just want to wear an unfussy garment with black t-shirt, black pants, and then a nice colour pop that's kind of, completely plain. So if I want to wear jewellery, or if I'm wearing a jacket or whatever, then just having a plain layer.
Right, and normally that was a t-shirt, wasn't it? So,
yeah, so normally it would be.
So you modified it.
Yeah, I made sleeves.
Yep.
Yep, and it used 6.5 balls of the Sunday 4-ply, which I was pretty pleased with. I got 10, so I've got leftovers. I've got almost enough to make another garment, annoyingly, for a small person.
Yeah.
or a t-shirt.
A t-shirt, you could actually do a
Because
t-shirt.
actually the sleeves used probably 1 3/4, 1.5 balls, so I could
Right.
actually make a t-shirt out of it. But do I want a t-shirt and or I can even make like a like just a vesty type of thing, but I'm not sure I would want one in the same colour. Don't know. I'll leave it in my stash. I know I've got enough that I could actually use it for something, so I could always knit.
Something with stripes.
I could, yeah.
You could do colour blocked.
Gosh, it would look.
It would look
really
awesome
cool.
as a colour block. I was thinking
Yeah.
get a nice dark brown
I
or
could make Irish stripes with white and green. No, joking. Kidding. Yeah, no, it would look. Yeah. Anyway, options. Not
Yes.
to worry about.
future.
It's always a thing. I was thinking about this. I was looking at like above here, like this stuff here is like for knitting, but then up here is just a whole lot of stuff that's like, I've finished it. I've got 2 skeins left because I'm terrified of yarn chickens. So I never know what to do. Sorry, I'm off on a tangent, but I'm just going to go with it.
Inspo stashing.
No, it's that problem of I always try and get a little extra so I don't run out, particularly if I'm buying things that I can't get more of. Like if I'm going to Wild Earth, I don't worry because I've got plenty and they have big batch numbers. But I end up with extras and then I don't know what to do with the extras because the extras are enough that I've got that I could do something with it, but not so much that I could do something useful. So I feel like I'm going to get to the end of my life, well, retirement, and I'm going to have to knit 500 scarves
Or lots of scrappy jerseys.
or hats because that's what I think to myself. I'm like, I'll just knit a hat because that's what I thought about this one. I could just knit a hat, like I could knit a muscle burr.
But do you wear them?
But how many hats do I actually need?
You've got your staple hats.
I do like the idea of having a matching hat for every garment that I have, but I'm not going to wear a hat with this because it's a summer weight garment. So
Right.
anyway, what do you do with your stash? Like, is it scrappy projects? I feel like I could just spend a year knitting Sophie scarves with all my leftovers.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, I think stripes, but then it depends on how much you've got left.
But I think that all the time, and I've knit one striped jumper in my entire life.
Well, there's one more than I've ever knit.
So
Maybe it's that it's just nice to know that you've got it.
yeah, well, eventually though, it just becomes more stash that I don't know what to do with. So some of it I have donated. Like if it's not super special yarn, then I'm finished with it. I'll donate it. There's a couple of places here there's a place called Creative Junk that take items and then they bundle them up and resell them. So they'll make little knitting kits of things, or they have classes and they might do a learn to knit class.
Right. Yep. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so it's good quality wool. I'm always careful to say it's all wool. It's all locally sourced wool. So they know that they're not just getting a bag of trash stuff. They're getting they are cast-offs, but yeah. Other than that, I really don't know what to do with all my leftovers. And eventually I'm going to end up with a lot of leftovers because my options are leftovers or yarn chicken.
Get into feral knitting with different weights.
I don't like that idea.
I know.
I mean, it is useful if you shop at the same places over and again. So like Outlaw yarn, we have a lot of Rebel Light. So I can use that together and I could knit stripes or multicolours, and I have done that. I knit blankets as long as I have multiple of the same, and Wild Earth yarn is the same as well. I guess we have lots of the same yarn, so I could knit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm interested in what you guys do, and if you have good scrappy projects, that would be great. Like this one, I only have the one colour, and then I'm like, well, if I want to knit a stripy something, I have to buy more yarn, and then I just know I'm going to end up with leftovers of that as well, and then it's just like infinite leftovers.
It's a vicious circle. Yeah.
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 What do you do? Anyway,
Right.
so Cumulus Onic
Well done.
by Petite Knit, knit in Sandiscan Sunday. Very happy with it. It will be a regular wear. I could knit this over and over again. It's very good. I really enjoyed knitting it. It took a while. It took a month, and that was pretty, I mean, I guess I was knitting other things. I was going to say solid knitting, but it wasn't. But so in a month of dedicated effort, but worth the effort to me. And a really nice yarn. Like it's not like New Zealand Merino. It's not as soft as New Zealand Merino, but it's, yeah, I think it'll be a really versatile knit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, a good wear.
Okay, so shall we have a look at works in progress?
Yes, because that was our only FO, because you're just going to skip over the fact that you've got none.
All right.
No one expects you to have FOs.
No, well, you know
we
what I've been
will all
knitting.
know when you're close to having an FO.
You will. You'll be anticipating it. It'll either be.
I will be too.
And you'll probably be one episode short too. So anyway. Right.
Skipping over FOs because this is
also
the only
none.
one.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to whips.
Let's talk about whips. Do you want to start?
I probably should.
Yeah.
So my first whip is the Marius by Eun Soylent Dale.
Oh, you've got sleeves. Can I put them on?
You can. It just saves me trying to put them on. But yeah, no. Basically, I am fighting Sleeve Island on this one, and I believe I won. So what I'm doing is
you're just on Body Island.
Yeah, now I'm on Body Island.
Why does one seem longer than the other?
No, they are exactly the same length.
Just kidding.
So, as I mentioned last time, I took the precision approach this time. So rather than following the pattern and knitting a set length between, or a length between each decrease on the arm, or increase on the arms, sorry. What I did was I just knit a set number of rows. And I did the same, exactly the same on both.
You've got such short arms. These arms would not fit me.
Well, no, it's going to join in the yoke, so there's a lot more arms to come.
Like if I, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess, but still.
Well, it's got a block here. So I know how long it's going to be because as I said previously, this is my second Marius. So I've previously knit the first Marius to an exact length in the arm per the pattern. I have blocked it, and I know exactly how long it is on me for when I wear it. So I know exactly how much shorter I needed to make those arms.
Yeah, so you made a wearable twill. That's what they say in sewing.
Yeah, basically.
The first one was a wearable twill.
Yeah, and so...
That's a lot of knitting to just test out a pattern.
Well, I wanted to see how it went.
Yeah.
And I do like the result. It's just a little big in some places.
It's fine.
Yeah. So it's knit in Wild Earth Yarns Naturals range. So it's actually, at the moment, the same colour palette as my other Marius, except I've changed the colours around. So rather than... So
this colour is, you keep telling me and I keep
abalone.
Abalone.
And the original Marius I knit was Portobello. So I actually...
It's interesting, this colour and the difference between this one and sand. Is that the one that you accidentally included?
No, I think it was latte.
Yeah.
Like I say, they're all very, very similar, and it's very easy to mismatch or pick up the wrong ball because these are not dyed in any way. The colour is dictated. Yeah, the colour is dictated by the colour of the sheep fleece.
Yeah.
And so as each batch comes through, it's just a slightly different colour to what's been done before. So you've got to be careful about what batches you get. So I knit the first one in Portobello, which is this dark colour here. Yeah, there we go. And I was hoping to be able to do this again, but this unfortunately, I think I have a little bit more. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough to do the yoke detail. I think I used 2 balls on the yoke detail for the first Marius.
Is that all you've got?
I've got this and I think about 3/4 of a ball. So I might possibly have enough.
Oh my gosh. So you love playing yarn chicken. I would just be like, no, different plan.
The trick with this is though, in the yoke pattern there's a third colour.
Are you sure we don't have any more?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's a third colour. So what I might do is I might use that anyway.
Oh yeah.
And then if I run out, I will just sub in the third colour for perhaps a row or two that would not normally be the colour decided, so to speak. Yeah, we'll just switch it around a little bit. So the third colour being, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself into acquisitions here.
Oh my gosh, that's my favourite.
Right, so this is the colour, and this is all I've got of the third colour. For Marius. So this is effectively a half a ball, which is all I need for the top part.
And that's
walnut. Yeah.
And that's not available anymore.
No. So I am going to use walnut for the top. That's my sort of plan. But then I have a couple of other options. So if I choose not to use the Portobello, I have this shade here, which is chestnut.
Chestnut. I love chestnut. I want a whole jump in it in that. Can you knit me one?
Or I thought maybe if I can't go darker, I could go lighter. And I have effectively a pure white. That's still not focusing. There we go. Pure white version. So using the white against the abalone.
It looks so nice.
So I thought that might be a good idea.
I
So
love
rather
this.
than going dark,
This colour.
actually go pale for the thing. And then
I
the
really
third colour
wanna
could be
jump
something
in
like
this.
this.
I want to jump in it in this, but it's like cream. It's
Yeah.
got the colour.
It's
and
very white.
And like I just know I'm going to be eating something with tomatoes.
Yeah, or strawberries or raspberries or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
just love the idea of that. They're such nice colours.
yeah.
Beautiful. And I've got to see them all up close because our grandson's been working in the shop and he's been putting the ball bands on the balls. So boxes and boxes of them.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been able to squish all the colours that are
Excellent.
coming through.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
They're beautiful, aren't they?
they sure are. So anyway, that's sort of my journey on this next Marius. So the biggest decision is not what to knit or in what order. It's actually what colours to pick out for the yoke. So yeah, so that's really my
So is the chestnut, sorry, I'm just,
fixating.
yeah, sorry. I'll stop in a second. But is the chestnut currently available?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, and the cream is currently available.
Yeah, I think that's the chestnut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got another one here. So yeah, chestnut is currently available. There's a whole raft of them.
And this is, the reason it's called naturals is because it's natural, it's not dyed. Sorry, that came out of the...
That's right.
I'll deal with that. And then my arms are really hot.
Well, it is quite a warm jersey.
I just want to say my arms are really hot. I'm wearing double knits.
Double layer wool. Yeah.
I'm not usually warm. And the yarn is sourced locally, so South Canterbury, which is where we live, the province of Canterbury. And it's Hanui, which is a New Zealand specific breed of wool. It's a half-bred sheep, so it's a half-breed of merino and the other thing I can never remember.
Oh, I think there's a mix, isn't there?
Yeah,
like
there are.
Romney or Corriedale
Yeah.
or something.
Blur de blur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sheep.
to make them hardy for New Zealand. And it's worsted spun. Wild Earth has both woolen and worsted spun yarns, and that you were saying last time that it has a really nice feel, like it
Yes.
feels very buttery, and it has like a sheen to it almost, and
Yes.
it glides nicely off your needles because it's woolen spun but also quite woolly.
Yes, and it doesn't...
Worsted spun but woolly, which is a nice combo, I reckon, and doesn't pill for that because of that either. Yeah, it's just... I think this is your favourite, isn't it?
It is. I said that last time. I
Yeah.
think this is my favourite yarn to knit with at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very nice yarn. Does colour work really well because it's woolly, but also wears really well because
Yeah.
it's worsted spun.
And I just love the idea of those natural shades in the sort of like the natural shaded yoked sweaters.
Yeah.
There's some really
yeah,
nice
I'm really vibing
pictures.
for it.
There's
So
some
good.
really nice pictures of various versions of like your woodfolk one. I think would be
Yeah.
another key one that you could put those
Would love to.
those color palettes to.
And it comes in a 4-ply and a DK, and the DK you can push the gauge up to worsted weight because it is quite a chunky
Yes,
DK.
like 8-ply.
Yeah, and the 4-ply is probably closer to a 4-ply, but like this I'd call light fingering, whereas that in a 4-ply would be more like fingering to sport weight if you're in Europe. Anyway, if
Yeah.
you're in Europe, you probably don't even care, but you can buy it. It would just cost a fortune to get to you.
Yeah, too many air miles.
Yeah, although in the United States, if you're spending US dollars, it's about half the price of what we pay with the exchange rate, so then
Although
you can
there's
afford the
tariffs
shipping.
now too, so
Oh yeah, we have tariffs. Let's not talk about
let's
that.
not go there.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the Marius.
Yes, Marius.
I am really keen to knit one, and you've influenced Val, hi Val, who's also a friend of ours. She's quite keen to knit one also. It's just a really great plain, like if you're just looking for a plain yoke sweater, it's kind of like all of the ones that are on Drops. Drops have like a whole range of Scandinavian style patterns.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's just a really nice design.
Yeah, the design isn't too fussy. It's sort of like the traditional Nordic kind of motifs, but just not fussy.
And I like that it's an old pattern, like it's from the
1950 something,
Yeah.
54.
I really love
something.
that. I think I need one. And I think it's weird that we'll knit the same thing,
Yeah.
but
But I must say too, and I forgot last time, the pattern itself doesn't have short rows.
you
So
can add them.
you can add short rows above the yoke, and that was an absolute necessity in the first one that I knit. So
Yeah, I wouldn't knit one with. I've knit a yoke sweater without short rows before, and I went back and put them in.
yeah. So I used the short row pattern or stitch counts or whatever from Tin Can Knits as Tender Heart, and that went really well.
But you could use anything as long as
Yeah.
it had the same gauge and you were
Yeah,
in the same stitch count.
I just
you're
copied the
fine.
pattern because I'm not experienced enough to just knit short rows.
Yeah,
Which
same.
I'm sure many of you probably can. It's like, let's just put some short rows in, and away you go.
Yeah.
I'd like to get
Yep.
to that, but I'm just not.
Yep. And there's some people who don't even really know what short rows are.
Yeah, so research before doing that pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Whit, that was me. Probably a little longer
Shall I
than
have a go?
intended. Yeah, you should definitely have a go.
Okay, so I've been, after having a cast on party and having 3 jumpers on the needles, I decided I need to get through them. So I finished this one, and now I'm trying to finish the Peacock shirt by Lena Home Samso, Lenit, otherwise known as. So this is like a feather and fan lace, I think it's called.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so nice.
Love
It's
the
gonna
colour
be
too.
So good when it blocks out. Yeah, I do
So
too.
good old Wild Earth Cherry, I see.
Yeah, so this is, actually Deb from Outlaw dyed this. She's got
did
a
she?
dye house. Yeah, so this is sock yarn.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's the sock.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm almost like I was last time, almost finished the body. So I've probably got about another that much to go on the body. I think I want this one a bit longer than this one because it'll be a bit wider. It's actually quite a bit wider. So it'll be a kind of a more loose fit, this one. So I should have that done in the next couple of days, and then all going well. And then I am going to knit, honestly, yesterday I'm like, I'm not going to knit long sleeves. I'm going to knit poof sleeves that finish at the elbow. And then I'm like, don't do that because you will not wear this garment. So
Like good in your head.
talked myself out of that yesterday and again this morning, and honestly only because I'm like, I can't be bothered. It will be completely laziness and I'll end up pulling it out and finishing it, so I might as well just do it properly the first time. So really enjoying this knit, just in the stockinette part now. It's nice. It's amazing the difference it makes going from a 3mm to a 3.25mm needle, in terms of how much more speedy I feel that I'm knitting. And I did a gauge check of this one. So yeah, I was actually quite far down the body before I did that, but I was pleased to know that I was about probably a half a stitch off gauge, which is fine, I think. So it is a little bigger than the pattern calls for, but I went down a size. So I wanted it, I didn't want it as tight as this, but I didn't want it like massive. I find with a yoke sweater, it can be a little bit roomier, and it doesn't look too bad because it kind of drapes nicely down my shoulders. I have quite narrow shoulders, and if I make a raglan that's too big, I just end up with masses of fabric here.
Right.
So I prefer raglans to be a bit more fitted, but yoke sweater I can make them a bit roomier. So that's what I've done. So I went down a size than what I normally knit and up 1 needle size, and my gauge is slightly bigger than the pattern, but it'll all work out fine, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the fan pattern on the lace.
Yeah, I do too.
Texturally, it's and then visually, it's very aesthetically.
Yeah, and
pleasing.
Val and I were talking about shawl patterns and lace edging, and I think
Alright.
I would really like this on a lace edging on a shawl. I think it would look really nice, or a whole shawl and feather and fan. I don't know how that would work out.
I'm sure there must be one out there.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, really enjoying the knit. I should say, and I did say it last time, I went up a needle size and down a size for no other reason than I only had one 3mm needle and it was in use. And also because 3mm needles are painful to knit on.
Right.
Like, and they're not painful, like it's not literally painful.
Well, it just
takes longer.
I find them very stabby.
Yeah.
I have bad needle
that's
technique.
True. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't touch the ends of my needles while I'm knitting.
Yeah, I always.
But
seem
you
to,
slide
yeah,
yours.
I always seem to slide them out back or push them along to shuffle the stitches.
Yeah, but I'm pleased that I knitted on 3.25mm needles because otherwise it would feel like a slog. The one thing I'll say, so the yarn is from from Wild Earth Yarn. It's called Sock. And they have some gorgeous colours. Really love it. It would be great sock yarn. And I have a Tolster tee knit in this. And after knitting 2 of them, I'm just starting to feel a bit nervous about knitting with something that's 20% nylon.
Right.
Because I don't actually want to be wearing nylon.
Because that's got nylon in it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also just want some garments that are easy wear that I don't have to depill. Like, I know that sounds really bad, and I'm 100% all about natural wool and using natural fibres, and I'm wearing plastic, and I know that's not good, but I'm just weighing up the convenience of having a...
Well, you said it was going to be a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, like your Tolster tee, for example.
Yeah.
So you'd be washing it more regularly as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and not this one. This one I just wanted because I love the colour.
Fair enough.
And so I'm not having regret about knitting in sock yarn, but I just feel bad. It just makes me feel a bit guilty. Not guilty. I just feel bad for knitting plastic, but
at least it's not 100%.
no. And some people can't wear wool and knit entirely in acrylic, and it's fine. Like Bronwyn is really sensitive skin, and she doesn't knit with wool because she wouldn't be able to wear the things, and it's fine. Whatever.
Whatever makes you happy.
That's right.
Whatever you can afford.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever works.
Yeah. Exactly. So I needn't feel bad about it. It is what it is. And it'll be just a very wearable garment that I can, it'll wear and wear without needing to depill, which
which is nice.
I do spend a bit of time depilling garments. I have a lot of knitwear.
Yeah, I don't spend as much time as I should. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I just also move around a lot more than you do. So.
Yeah.
So my garments, I'm quite active, so my garments pill up.
Right, yeah, no.
Like, I wear your garments and I pill them
You
straight.
do? Yeah. I have never had to worry about pilling them until Bebe wears one, and then suddenly it's...
And then I have to depill it.
Fluff all over the place, yeah.
Anyway, so really enjoying the knit. Really highly recommend the knit. It's an easy pattern to follow. It's charted. It has chart plus written instructions for the lace work. Really enjoyed doing that. It was very intuitive lace work. Great knit.
Right.
Highly recommend.
So moving on to me again. My second whip, the one really progress update. Henry VIII by Alice Starmore.
Have you made some progress?
I have made a little bit of progress.
Yeah.
I haven't got as far as I would have liked. I did hope to have a full repeat.
You've been very busy.
Completed, but it's been one of those weeks.
Fortnights.
Yeah. Where I've had a lot of other things going on as well.
Life.
Yeah, life tends to get in the way. There's certain weeks of the month that we're all busy. So this is where we're up to. So you can see I'm about halfway through the repeat. I'm just moving up into the light blues again. So I'm just about to change to purple. But yeah, the colour gradient, you can definitely see the full range of the colour gradient now. and the light blues through the mids into the royal, sort of royal blue in the middle. And yeah, I think it's going together pretty well.
It's such a good gradient. Those three blues here are such a good gradient.
Yeah, they're very close, and then it shifts quite significantly, but it doesn't look too out of place, I don't think.
I really love it.
And it gives it almost like a contrasty accent. So, and it's going to do the same when it rolls that dark purple through.
Oh, so it reverses itself.
Yes.
So the whole repeat goes back to purple.
Yeah, it mirrors the colours. So you can see on here that the blue is quite a lot of blue in this section.
Because it's mirroring.
Yeah, and so when we get down to the purple, or we'll get back up to the purple, this purple band here will double in width. So it'll be a good solid chunk of purple. Sorry, I was just looking down there.
Through the middle.
Yeah. So yeah, so it will be
And how many mirrors do you do? Like how many full repeats of stacked?
It's about 3 all the way up to the neck. So there's 2 full repeats till about the arms.
Oh, so when you said you'd done a repeat, you'd actually done half a repeat.
I had.
Oh, yeah. But one full set of all the colours.
There's a long way to go on this jersey.
Yeah, right.
Like I say, I'm just starting the marathon. I've just hit the 5 kilometre mark. So there's a long way to go. So I am enjoying it.
Oh, you're talking about a marathon. I was wondering why you'd knit 5 kilometres.
Yeah, relatively speaking to the length of the marathon. Well, possibly is about 5 kilometres of yarn going to be knit into this thing. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. I did notice an error in the pattern about 14 rows down.
I want to see. Show me.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh, you have to find it.
Great television. This. No, I know exactly. great viewing. This. I know exactly where it is. It is there.
That's so good.
So basically, I messed up about 14 rows down, and there's no way I was unpicking 14 rows of colour work. And you
can't even tell.
It was quite a noticeable flaw. So yeah, it's basically just easy as moving his finger here. So I duplicate stitched it. So basically, there's about 8 stitches in that little section that are all duplicate stitch.
Wow. Oh, so you had done like brown through it?
I don't even know where I got the pattern that I knit in there, but basically the stitches were in the wrong place. So I'd done brown instead of blue, blue instead of brown, in about probably about 6 different incorrect spots. So yeah, unfortunately you can see the ends where I had to weave the duplicate stitches in.
Well, only in the back.
Yeah, but
no one's going to be looking at the back. If they're looking at the back of your jumper, you need to have a word with them.
I know, but I can't sit there and show the perfect no ends section there anymore.
Oh, true.
You'll see where I put the duplicate stitches.
Oh yeah, because there's no ends other than that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So anyway, that's where we're up to with Henry VIII. It is my primary project, although I am kind of getting a hankering now just to cast the body of Marius on. So hopefully next time I might have up to the join and the body completed. Although that
Henry VIII?
No.
Oh,
Marius.
Yeah.
But that might be a little bit wishful thinking too, because there's quite a few stitches in doing that. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll see how much time we've got. So that's me.
Back to me.
Back to you. Yeah.
Okay. Improv sweater by Karen Templar. So this, I haven't done very much extra on this. I've really been focusing on the peacock shirt. So this is, I think I've only actually done a few extra rows. This is a pattern, recipe rather than a pattern, called the Improv, and you do a swatch, measure your body, figure out what numbers you need, and then knit according to those numbers. So there's like a template that you use to create the pattern for yourself. So yeah, I'm kind of winging my way through it, and I'm just doing raglan increases. I'm about halfway through the raglan increases to get to the underarm, yeah, it's easy knitting. So it's the style of it is, rather than doing the short rows, you build up the back first. You build it up like a cardigan, where you're doing the decreases. That's what you're doing, isn't it? Decreases? No, increasing. You're increasing.
Yes, increasing.
Out. Yeah, so increasing along these edges, and building up the back and forth, and then you join in the round and cast on extra stitches there.
So you've got that nice sort of scooped.
Yeah, that's
front.
what this one is as well, and you absolutely wouldn't know because
No.
I made it quite a high neck.
I find it an amazing construction in terms of what it can actually achieve.
Yeah.
It works so well.
I really like the way it sits on my body. Like, obviously the way I'm constructed suits the way this is constructed, that it sits exactly where I want it to sit, and still be quite fitted around my neck.
Yeah, a lot of the patterns that I've knit, they don't do that. They basically just have some short rows at the back, but there's usually only like about 6 short rows, and the height difference between the back and the front isn't really very much at all.
Yeah, whereas that's actually quite a lot of height difference. And when I'm knitting it, I'm like, that's going to be like a V-neck. It's huge. But then when you put it on, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it kind of all gets cinched in when you pick up the neck.
Yeah. I think I like it. And I think, like, we were talking about it at Knit Night over the last couple of weeks. And for a beginner, not having to do short rows, you're better off, I think, learning how to do. I mean, it's a bit of a toss up one way or the other. Either you have to learn short rows or you have to learn purl side raglan increasing. Oh, actually, do you? No, because you only do raglan increasing on the right side, not the wrong side. Yeah, you have to be able to purl, I guess, is the, which
isn't a high bar.
And do these increases, which is a lot of increases to have to do as you go around that round, and it can be confusing to a beginner. Having tried to knit a cardigan and not being able to do it because it was too confusing. I do remember that. But yeah, I think this style of building up the back, I think, is easier for a beginner. And I'm actually looking for a petite knit pattern that's probably DK weight, that has that style. I've been through a few and I haven't been able to find. I know there are like this, more of them, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find one. So if you know one that does the backwards and forwards, not short rows, let me know, because otherwise I'm going to deep dive into petite knit, so I have an example.
That's controversial. No.
Or find other patterns, like, I mean, I wouldn't suggest the improv sweater to beginners, but I just think for a beginner, particularly, there's some people who, from the Knit Night I go to at Wild Earth Yarn, that are transitioning from flat to in the round.
Right.
And I think they'll understand the flat construction.
Yes, that makes sense.
Rather than short rows, and so it's a good option, I think, for somebody who's converting from flat knitting and straight needles to in the round and circular needles. Anyway, I'm always thinking about, spreading the joy, encouraging new knitters.
Yeah, you are. That's
which
for
is
sure.
my segue into my next knit.
Okay, what was your next knit?
So I do have one more work in progress. Even though I said I'm very focused on getting my jumpers finished, I do have one more little thing I'm working on, and that is a Sophie scarf. And the reason I'm doing it is because my workmate Rachel, hi Rachel, she doesn't watch this, she's never going to watch it, but other people who I work with will, and find that amusing. Anyway, she is one of our crew that are going to knit this. Sorry, this is a long story long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll settle in.
Not that long. So she's one of the crew that is going to knit the cloud sweater by Petite Knit. So we've all got the same yarn, and we're so Hannah, hi Hannah, is knitting not the cloud sweater, but she's knitting a cardigan at the moment in this beautiful 12 ply mohair, and we've all got the mohair as well, the three of us, and we're all going to knit the cloud sweater.
Right.
But before the cloud sweater, we thought it would be good for her to get some practice actually knitting. So she wanted to knit a scarf, and we were like, it's such a bad idea to make somebody knit a scarf. It's like a painful process.
Right.
It takes forever.
Yeah, like the big long
like a 2-meter scarf, like you'd literally be knitting forever. So I'm like, well, let's knit something little. And so she was like, oh, I like that one that, you know, she's seen my ones and Hannah's ones. Yeah, so we got the wool and the pattern for the Sophie scarf for her, and she's been working away on that. I realised when we started that it's really not a beginner pattern. There's so many things that make this hard.
It does have I-cord.
Yeah, so it has an I-cord edge, and you start with the I-cord. So the I-cord starts at the bottom.
I've never done I-cord. I have no idea how to do I-cord. So that's still, I don't know.
It's not that hard, but if you get it wrong, it's really hard to fix. I have only ever done it a couple of times. Fixed it, that is. And then it has increasing. So you do knit front backs, which took her ages to figure out. And so the main things it has is increasing via knit front backs, and it has slip stitch purlwise working yarn in front, which is also confusing if you're a beginner. They're not really beginner things to be doing.
Right.
And then it also has, it's really hard to count where you are. So you have to do a knit front back every 8th row.
Right.
Which is really hard to see. It's really hard to read the knitting because the knit front backs are hidden in the I-cord. So you do them in the I-cord.
Right.
So you knit 2 stitches, and then the third one is a knit front back, and it's a 3-stitch I-cord. So the third stitch is actually hidden.
Tricky.
Yeah, so it's very hard to count where you're up to. And so what I do is I only use 3 stitch markers, but I put 3 stitch markers in, and then I bunny hop them. So I know that these 2 here are 8 rows apart, and then I can move this one up because I know that here's my, so I can kind of see how many stitches up I am. So I only need to.
So it's a beginner pattern only in size only.
Yeah, but in terms of the counting, like I think the first time I did it, I gave up trying to be accurate in the counting and just kind of did it by vibes, and hoped for the best. And when I got it wrong, like if I didn't have the right stitch count, when I thought I'd got to the end, I will just add an extra one at some point. And it was fine. Like, I think the Sophie, it is very forgiving. But yeah, I find the counting part of the Sophie really hard. It's very hard to read the knitting because of the I-cord edges.
So what are you knitting in?
He's trying to hurry me along. How rude.
No, I'm just I'm curious. I can see these 2 strands of stuff
yes.
there.
So Rachel is knitting it in a single strand because that would be mean, but I'm knitting this. So pertinent to the earlier conversation, and it's what made me think of it, I'm knitting this in Knitting for Olive. So I knit last year, I gift knit a jumper in Knitting for Olive, soft silk mohair and the 4-ply merino, the light fingering weight it's called, which I love. It's very similar to this actually, but it's even thinner, I would say. But I reckon you could probably knit them together. Now your yarn is on my yarn. That. So soft silk mohair. That's not soft silk mohair. 4-ply merino, and I had. I think I've got 4 skeins of each left over.
Right. And
so I'm just going to knit halfway in the Sophie and then the other half, which is why the Sophie scarf is really good, because you basically you can knit it in any amount of yarn as long as you have, I think the least that you need is 1 ball of each.
Right.
And you can get a tiny Sophie scarf.
Yeah, you've done a single ball.
I have,
Sophie. Yeah.
Or you just keep knitting it, it'll make it longer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a slightly longer. It'll be skinny still, but longer than the pattern, to use up my extra Knitting for Olive. This stuff is expensive. It's hard to come by in New Zealand, and that makes it expensive. So I don't want it to kind of just sit in the corner. I want to use it up. So, and it's beautiful. And I'm knitting it for somebody I know. So the wife of the person I knit the garment for.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to knit. Yeah, it would be really nice to. They have a dog, and a few people have said to me it's a really good dog walking scarf. So it's not really bulky, but it's like when it's crisp in the morning, it's not cold. You're not, but you just want something to keep you warm. And people who don't normally wear knitwear, it's really good. So I thought, oh, well, I'll knit her a dog walking scarf.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and she does like a lot of community work. So I thought it'd be really nice to be able to gift her something. We have an AGM for the organisation we're both involved in coming up, and I thought it would be really good to do it for that, but it turns out that AGM is in a couple of weeks.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I think I could knit a Sophie scarf in a couple of days, but I'm trying to knit along with Rachel, who's just starting out, so I don't want to get too far ahead of her. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stop talking about this any second, but one more thing to say. This is my current work knitting, so I've brought it home, but you haven't seen this.
No, I haven't. No. I didn't know you were knitting it.
Because I took the yarn to work and I cast it on at work, and we take knitting breaks and knit on them together.
Right.
And it's really nice. It's actually, in a way, a lot nicer than knitting a sock, because one whole round of a sock takes me, I can get 2 or 3 rounds of a sock done in my lunch break, but I can get a whole repeat of the Sophie's at the moment done in one lunch break. So I feel like I've made some progress. Awesome. So I've just cast this on last week.
Fantastic.
Sophie scarf, petite knit.
Okay. Right. So acquisitions.
I'm going to stop talking for a minute.
Did you have anything else?
No, that is all my whips.
Are you sure?
What, did I have others?
No.
No, I don't have a sock, and people have commented, but I don't have a sock. Like I can't have more whips. It would be too much until the Sophie's done.
Did your last sock show up as a finished object?
Yeah, it did. Okay. Yeah. They were finished, and they are with their recipient.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Ray.
Right.
Hi, Ray.
Okay, acquisitions. Now, you've kind of already seen my acquisition. I purchased over...
Oh, should we talk about it again?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it again, but...
I've got so much to say. No, I'm kidding.
No, so basically I went shopping...
I really want to knit a jumper in there.
Yeah, I went to Outlaw Yarn, and over the last couple of weeks I have purchased the potential contrast colours for Marius.
The thing with this yarn, and we've said it before, is that you have to get it when it's there, because the colours the shades do change slightly. So yeah, if you want a batch, you have to get that batch.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to have a lot of natural coloured hats.
Yeah, or Sophie scarves.
Or lots of yolks with just lots of patterns. I could do an all-over patterned...
just make a scrappy striped
sweater.
Yeah,
an all-over patterned Nordic pattern jersey with just different shades of brown on it. That would, honestly, I mean...
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool, like a Christmas sweater, but in brown.
Yeah.
So, anyway, those are my acquisitions. That's it, really. Not very exciting couple of weeks, but...
no, it's good. We've got a lot of yarn in our house. We don't need to be needing more. And we're just about to go to a festival, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah. And I have no acquisitions.
None.
After going a sock spree, I've calmed myself back down again and got knuckled down to my knitting instead of stash increasing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then future plans.
Get knitting.
Get knitting. I do have one. Now I've buried it.
Okay, so while he's saying that, I'll just say I want to finish the peacock, and then I'll finish the improv, and then do my Sophie scarf, and then I'll probably at some point, when everyone else is ready, cast on that cloud sweater by Petite Knit.
Right. That was speedy. Okay, I mentioned last episode that I was interested. I wore my Single Malt by Maxim Cyr, and I'm also wearing Carver today by Julie Hoover. And the reason I am wearing Carver is because this is a mulled yarn, or a mulled jersey, and Single Malt is the pattern that I was thinking that I might reknit, but as a mulled project. So I said I was going to get a couple of browns and just kind of do a bit of a swatch and see how they went together. So I've done that. So this is what I've got. Now I've still got needles in it. It's not a huge swatch because it's just a proof of concept. So I was going for size and just kind of what the appearance of the mull might look like. So this is where we are. He says I've got a very long dangle here. let's see if we can get it so you can see decently.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a little bit shaded in here. So there we go. That's where we're at. It's a textured pattern. You can kind of see there's a light and a dark brown in there.
What I would say is, do you want my feedback?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm interested in your feedback too, people at the other end of the camera, is that on the camera, up close, you can see the difference, but it's very subtle. And on the camera, I don't think you can see it at all.
Right.
It's a very subtle difference. But show the actual balls, because the actual balls of yarn are not that similar.
Yeah, no.
But it is very, it would be very subtle. It would be more subtle than what you have there.
It's actually quite dark in here too. On the right one.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it is subtle. There we go.
I'll turn the lights up.
So these are the two. There we go. Lights are increasing. There we go. So these are the two colours. But you're right, they are pretty close together.
Yeah.
But these are not the colours that I'm intending on using. Yeah. So what I would probably do is I would choose this colour, and then I would choose a much more reddy brick brown, but I just don't happen to have one at the moment, skeined up. But then obviously I'd need to buy a jersey lot of it as well. So this is the colour I bought for my Henry VIII that I elected not to use.
Oh yeah.
So it's a current colour. I've got 3 skeins already, so I don't need to make a hat out of it if I go down this route. I can complete a jersey lot of it and then pick a complementary brown, or even something that's not brown. Like
it'll be a different dye lot.
Yeah, like a gold. I mean, it depends on what Deb's got in the shop, but I mean, the thing is too, but with marling it, would you really be able to tell if it was a different dye lot?
No.
Because together they would...
You might, but...
It would be very similar, one would think.
Yeah.
The other thing I was planning on doing with the swatch is really testing the gauge, because Single Malt was originally knit on 5mm needles here, but it was on an Aran weight. It's an Aran weight yarn, and yet so this is 2 fingering weight.
Which technically is DK.
Is it?
Heavy DK,
Yeah.
but DK.
So anyway,
Or worsted.
I've knit it, and it's bang on gauge.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So the texture pattern...
And you're happy with the...
Yeah, the texture pattern is a 16 stitch gauge for 10 centimetres, and that's exactly what I've got there. Now, I admit I haven't blocked it. I'm working on the assumption that it won't grow at all, it'll just poof up.
Yeah.
Now, some might call that a hopeful assumption.
Fill in the holes, right.
But what it does mean is, okay, so it'll probably grow a little bit.
It's not as bouncy as the other yarn that you knit the Single Malt with.
Oh, yeah, the Blueface Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was much springier, I would say, in the knit. This is much more solid.
So I think the difference is what I knitted also in the first time was worsted spun, whereas the Rebel Light is woolen spun as well. So that will be a little bit different. But it's also spongier. So because of the texture pattern on it, much like the Carver here, it's a nice spongy feel to the actual fabric. So
it's really nice.
So anyway, that's plans, testing plans. Obviously not for the next week or two. Many things to do before then, as you already know, but
you gotta have plans.
Maybe number 8 or 9 on the Ravelry queue.
Yeah. Is that the Ravelry queue in your head or the actual Ravelry queue?
That's the Ravelry queue in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I will actually probably translate that to the Ravelry queue at some point. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Anywho.
Okay, so is that everything we've talked about?
Yeah, I won't re-go over any more of those plans that everybody already knows about. So, yeah, so next thing we need to talk about is unwind. So,
so if you're local to the area,
like New Zealand.
Yeah, well, New Zealand, but also the South Island. If you're not, you're more than welcome just to tune out because it's not going to be very interesting to you. But we are going to a yarn festival in a couple of weeks.
Knitting retreat.
Yeah, Last year we went to Wairarapa War Weekend, and this year, so that was in the North Island, and this year it's in the South Island. It's not the same thing, they're organised by different people.
Yeah, but they're coordinated.
Yeah, same vibe, but in the South Island. And so we are going to that, and we're making a bit of a weekend of it. So we're going to go do a bit of road tripping, do a bit of filming, so you'll be able to see some of the most beautiful scenery in the world, I think, personally. Might be biased, but it's like where the Lord of the Rings was filmed. A lot of films get made in the middle of the South Island because of the landscapes. Beautiful, huge mountains, flat plains, grasslands,
rugged, rolling, green.
Yeah, very green. Beautiful lakes. So mountain-fed lakes with icebergs and all sorts you get.
I'm not sure we'll be seeing any icebergs.
No. Well, yeah, we have done though.
Right.
In the past at Lake.
Yep, that's true. Watching glaciers. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and fjords, all sorts down there. So we'll bring our camera and film a little bit. But also, if you're local, we are planning on. We've booked a cafe for one of the afternoons. If people want to get together, we'd really be keen to meet people who are coming. So we have booked a cafe, and we'll put the details in the show notes, but we'll also. I'll put it onto my Instagram and just remind people. And if the plan changes in any way, check on my Instagram. And my Instagram is my name, so it's my name's Bebe Fraley, but it's also in the show notes. And I've just written the details down. So the cafe we're going to is called Commons Eatery, which is in the Octagon in Dunedin, and we're going to meet there after the day is finished on Saturday, which is at 4:30 on Saturday. So we're really hoping that if you're going to be there and you want to come and hang out, then we've booked a table. It has food, alcoholic drinks, or you can have a cup of coffee, or you can just have a water and have a bit of a yarn with us and do a bit of knitting, or not, just whatever. We'll be there.
Yeah.
It would be really great to meet some people. So hopefully if you're coming, you'll come along. And we're really looking forward to the weekend. I don't think we have another show before we're there. So I think we release a show the weekend we're there.
Yeah, the morning that we travel back, the Sunday, I think, is when we will drop the next show, which we haven't recorded yet because it's like the 8th of March, I think.
Yeah. So we'll record it that weekend, the weekend before, I guess.
Yeah, so when we next record, everything that we say about it will be too late.
Yeah. So we thought we'd better let you know.
Yeah.
But as I say, watch out on my Instagram and you'll find out more. I'll stop talking now.
Do drop us a note if you want to come along too, because I say we've booked a table. We just need to make sure there's enough space for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, or that we haven't booked a giant table and there's only...
Just me and Bebe sitting there looking a bit sad and lonely.
Please come.
Yeah, so communication is great.
No, you don't have to RSVP if you want to play it by ear, because who knows what's going to happen when you're there. But if you think, oh yes, I'm definitely going to do that, then let us know so we can make sure we have a seat for you.
Yes. Alrighty, and I think that pretty much brings us to the end of another episode.
Yes. So thank you for joining us, and it's been good to sit and chat with you, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, have a great couple of weeks. I'm going to crack into the knitting and have a good one.
Ka kite anō.
Goodbye. We can do a Henry VIII shot. Just
hold it up like a fish, like you always do. You know, women joke about men holding things up like fish.
No.
They do. Like that, exactly like that. And women hold things up like men hold things up. It's like a whole meme. I'm holding my thing up like a man holds a fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole meme. You need to put it properly front and centre, because I'm not going to hold anything up. Oh, we could both hold it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not straight.
I know. You've got it lower, so there we go. It's like not in the shot.
And then this way.
You need to lift it.
Yeah, but yours is higher than mine.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to line it up to the bottom of the camera.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to make sure that it's even.
And bring it this way.
Yeah, there we go.
But yours isn't straight. Mine's at the bottom of the, like this here. Needs to come down here.
Well, it's because it's on a needle. It's pinched.
But it's not.
Your mum